Okay, so practice 1, the function given is this. The function given is fx equal to x squared over 2x minus 3. So first of all, the important thing is about the domain. So if for fraction, we know that 2x minus 3 cannot be 0. So x cannot be 3 over 2. So therefore, the domain is equal to x. X is a member of real number, any real number, and x cannot be 3 over 2. So when you want to draw sign diagram, for any function, you must first find the x-intercept. Still remember when you talk about drawing the sign diagram, first you have to find the x-intercept. That means you let fx be equal to 0. So your x squared over 2x minus 3 equal to 0. So your x squared equal to 0. So your x equal to 0. That's why when you draw your sign diagram for fx, any value but cannot be 3 over 2. So 3 over 2 is here. And you have to mark 0 here. This means f0 equal to 0. Are you okay?
Okay.
So domain, this part sure got a small one, a small part. So when we talk about domain, definitely I'll ask you about fraction, or ask you about ln, or ask you about square root. Okay? So this will be part of the question. Then you will have to find the equation of tangent, equation of normal. So there will be another 2 questions on that. The first question is mainly on differentiation, the rules. 1 question will be on first principle. 1 question will be on finding the equation of tangent, equation of normal. Another question will be equation of normal. Or find the value of x when dy dx equal to 0, that kind of thing. Okay, any more question?
Miss.
Miss,
Yeah.
for the practice paper 2, the second practice. For
Second practice, okay.
2D.
Hold on, I have to log in.
Oh.
Yeah, 2D. Practice 2.
Yeah.
Hold on, practice 2, yes.
I think the answer is up wrong.
Possible? Practice 2D. Question 2D, is it?
Yeah.
2D is about the first principle or what? Yeah, possible. I sub wrongly. Find the instantaneous rate of change. Yeah. I sub in the wrong value, is it? Find the equation of horizontal tangent. Is it the question?
Yeah.
Yeah. Horizontal tangent, that means I got the correct x, but I put in the y wrongly, correct? So can you tell me what is my x when f prime x equal to 0?
5 over 2 or 0.
For f prime x equal to 0, x is 5 over 2. Is it?
Yeah, or 0.
Or 0. Okay, so that means I have to do it 2 lah. 5 over 2. So I get 5 over 2 squared divide by 5 minus 4 times 5 over 2. Okay?
Yeah.
So I got, so this is 25 over 4 divided by -5. So it will be -5 over 4. Okay, for 0, sub in 0, I will get 0. Correct? So this is the correct answer.
Yeah.
Mm.
Thank you, Miss.
So possible. This calculation error is possible. Okay, anything else?
Yes. For question 1, A and B,
Question, which practice?
practice 1,
Practice 1.
doesn't the denominator cannot be square root? Is it not applied here?
You said question 1, which one? Which part?
A and B also.
A. Why?
Doesn't the denominator cannot be square root applied here?
Why cannot be square root? Okay, if you talk about question, if you talk about practice 1, question A, I'm asking you to find dy dx only one. So why you say square root cannot be? I just don't get you.
Also, if it asks the dy dx, so don't need to like.
Yeah, it doesn't matter because I'm not asking for domain, or I'm just talking about the gradient function.
Okay.
I'm not talking about find the gradient when x equal to -2 or whatsoever. Yeah. So this one you have to expand it. For this one you expand. Yeah. Then you start to differentiate. That's all. Okay, you got the mark. Can or not? So it doesn't matter when I ask you to find rate of change function or gradient function, it doesn't matter. Whatever function given to you, you just find according to the rule. Okay? Okay, anything else? Anything else, class? No? Okay. I would like to give you a question on the first principle. Like for example, I give you, I say, given fx is equal to square root of 1 minus 3x. Okay, part A. State the domain for fx. Okay, part B. Find f prime, find the value of f prime -1, no, -2 by using the first principle. Okay, C. State the geometrical interpretation of f prime -2. Okay. So this if I give you this question in the exam, the domain part will give you 2 marks. So this first principle usually is 5 marks or 4 marks, depend on how difficult is it. And this one will be 1 mark. Yeah, I can set a question like that. So can you take about 10 minutes to try to get the answer out for this one? Okay. So when you do this, I told you already, whenever we talk about stating the domain for square root, correct? So these are the things that you have to take notes of. Okay, part A. 1 minus 3x must be greater than 0. Okay, so negative 3x must be greater than negative 1. So x must be smaller, can be equal, this one, 1/3. Okay, so if for square root, correct, if you draw the sign diagram for this one,
Wait,
correct?
teacher, if I write in the domain x is greater than 1/3, is it still correct if I don't put the
No,
equal?
no, for this one, you must have equal.
So close.
Because it's not long, Okay, you have to take
Okay.
notes of that, okay?
Okay.
So the domain,
Miss,
yes,
can I ask,
yeah, why not?
when we need to like, the greater, got the
You
equal
have to
thing,
change the sign, is it? Because when you do this, correct, you are dividing by a negative number. When you divide by a negative number, then you have to change the sign.
become got equal one.
No, always got equal one. Because
Always
here
got
got
equal
equal.
one.
Because this is square root. Unless the square root is at the bottom, then no equal. Are you clear? Unless
okay,
I have a question like that.
okay.
Then cannot be equal because it is at the bottom. If it's on top, can. Okay?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So this is talking about the domain. Yeah. So when you the domain, x is a member of real number, and x will be less than or equal to 1/3. Okay, then for this case, correct, when you draw the sign diagram for fx, so equal to 1/3. Oh, so I'm wrong. So this is your 1/3. So less. This way. And you look at the sign of the square root is always positive, so it's always positive. Are you okay?
So far, yes.
Yeah. So far, so good, correct? Okay. So depend on whether it's greater or less than. So if it's greater, then you go to the right. If it's less than, then you go to the left. Okay. Good. So now when we talk about first principle, correct, for part B, correct? So some of you prefer to use formula. So whoever prefer to use formula, you can just use formula. If you're comfortable with formula, you go ahead and use. I'm not going to deduct your mark. Yeah. So this will be f -2 plus h minus f -2 divided by h. Correct? I prefer not to because I'm not good at simplified. So I do step by step. So I will put the point A. My x is equal to -2. So I look for my f2. -2. So whenever you deal with negative number, right, you just have to be very careful. Yeah, you see, Mr. also can make mistake. Okay, when come to negative number, so this will be square root of 1 minus 3 times -2. So you have to know negative times negative, you got positive. So this will be square root of 1 plus 6. So this will be square root of 7. For those you need to do it step by step like that, you better do using this method. Okay, because you've got 10 minutes to do. Okay, so then I will go to point B, whereby the x is equal to -2 plus h. So for me, I will rewrite this as h minus 2. So it's easier for me to do the calculation. Instead of put the negative number in front, I just put as a minus. So I will have my f h minus 2 will be equal to square root of 1 minus 3. Then I put here h minus 2. Then I expand slowly. Because if here you are wrong, then everything will be in trouble. Okay, so this will be square root of 7 minus 3h. Done. And I purposely put in a bracket. Okay, then next step, I will find the slope of a chord or gradient of chord, which represent the average rate of change from x equal to -2 to x equal to h minus 2, slope of chord AB. Yeah, so this is equal to y2, put in bracket, minus y1, sorry, you see, 7. Divided by, okay, whoever don't want to put h minus 2, take away -2, you can just put h here. Okay, the moment you see square root, you want to get rid of the square root, you have to tell yourself, okay, please don't use red, you can use any other color. Square root of 3 minus a 7 minus 3h bracket plus square root of 7. Okay, then bottom also the same. Okay, so the top, when you expand for this one, you know the result. Am I right? Yeah, it should be 7 minus 3h minus 7 divided by h square root of 7 minus 3h plus square root of 7. Close. So this is equal to, when you simplify, you get -3h divided by h. So just take your time to write down slowly. Okay, h cannot be 0, so you can cancel off the h. So after you have finished that, then you have to write down f prime -2 is equal to limit h tends towards 0. Okay, you can either write down slope of the chord AB, or you can write down this term. Okay, so as h approaches 0, square root of 7 minus 3h will approach square root of 7. Try not to substitute in, okay? So just write -3 over square root of 7 plus square root of 7. So this will be -3 over how many square root of 7?
2.
2. Yes, you're right. This is 2 square root of 7. And Miss Do said that it would be nice if you can write it this way. Correct? But during the exam, if you write it this, I will mark you correct also. Any question? So this is first principle. You are the person who need to write down step by step, because you need to write a lot of steps. So try not to use the formula straight away, so that it's easier for you to simplify. Okay. Then for the part C, when we talk about geometrical interpretation, you must state that these are no other answer. F prime negative 2 is the gradient to the curve. You want to say gradient of tangent also can, nothing wrong. To the curve fx equal to square root of 1 minus 3x at x equal to negative 2. Geometrical interpretation, the answer is a must to be this. And you must tell me where. If not, 1 mark will not be given. Are you okay? If I say just interpret, then you can do whatever you want. Okay. So there will be one question on that. So one question on all the rule, how to differentiate, how to find rate of change, how to find gradient function by rules. One by first principle. Another 2 questions. One question will be ask you to differentiate, maybe draw some sign diagram, find the domain, then find the equation of tangent and normal. Okay, any other issue, other questions?
Miss,
Yes,
if I don't do the work that you do at A and B,
you do straight away use formula, go ahead, I say.
okay, thank you.
But make sure you write limit all the way through, until the last step.
Okay,
If you miss out your limit, I tell you one mark will be missed. Do you get me?
yes.
Okay, any other questions? Okay, no question. From the textbook. Okay, equation of tangent, equation of normal. You can get it from chapter 3A. Have you all tried all the review set? Okay, for example, I said given y equal to fx. Then I say find the equation of tangent at x equal to 8. Okay, what should I do first? Okay, Abika. Abika, first what must I do? You see, you must be very familiar. If not, during the exam, you won't be able to do. Okay, Abika, first what must I do?
I'm not sure, miss.
Have you done your revision? Okay. Adele, Aiman, first what must you do?
differentiate the SX.
Okay, first I must find gradient function. Which means dy dx. Thank you. Okay, then second one, after that, what must I do? Siti Haja?
Find the y coordinate.
Yes. So then, but second step, I must sub x equal to a into y equal to fa to get the y coordinate. Then after that, sub x equal to a into Aziz,
Into the equation.
into which equation?
The y equal to the gradient equation.
Yeah, into dy dx. There is f prime a to get the gradient, correct? So after this done, third step, Brandon, what should I do? Brandon, if you don't know, I tell you, you are going to lose. You are going to lose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 marks out of 41 marks. Brandon.
I don't know.
How to be don't know? Ayo.
Forget ma.
Ayo, I'm very sad lor. I'm a very lousy teacher. Cindy? Cindy?
Yes.
Yes. After I get the point, you see, you didn't remember what you learned one. How? After you got the point and you got the gradient, so tangent is a straight line. Where are you supposed to put all this value in? Cindy? Hey, study maths for almost 6 plus 5, 11 years. Yes. Cindy, it happened. I happened to call you, okay? Brandon says she don't know. So Cindy, try. Straight line, straight line, straight line. What is it?
Y equals to mx plus c.
Yes. So you better memorize this by heart. If not, exam how to do. Okay, like for example, I say given. Now you start practice. Given y equal to e to the power of 2x. Okay. Just as a practice, okay? Y equal to e to the power of 2x. Okay. Then I ask you to find the equation of tangent at x equal to 1. Okay, great. So I follow the step. I got the y equal to e to the power of 2x. First of all, I get my dy dx. Sometimes you need to use product rule. Sometimes you use simple rule. So I write 2e to the power of 2x. Okay. So I finish my first step. So my second step, I put x equal to 1. So my y will be equal to e to the power of 2 times 1, which is e squared. Okay, my x equal to 1, my gradient. So I will write as gradient. If I need to, I will write gradient and I put m. Will be equal to 2 e to the power of 2 times 1. So it's 2 times of e squared. So I got the point. I got the gradient. So I sub into y equal to m x plus c. So I get the c. E square, 1e square minus 2e square. So I got negative e square. So therefore, equation of tangent y equal to m x plus c. So you see why I can do it so orderly is because I memorize the step. And I write down clearly. If those of you, okay, look at, like this step is not necessary. If you don't want to write that one, it's up to you. But if you think you are the person who need to write that one so that you can get the following correctly, you should write it down. Are you okay? So that is how you find the equation of tangent. Yes?
Miss, the dy dx equals e power of 2x, right?
Yeah?
Why the power no need the minus one?
No need. This is exponential. This is not this one. You must remember your formula clearly. Hello? Remember your formula clearly. If this type, then yes. This type is bring down the power, multiply by the power, power take away 1. You see, this is x. If this type, then no need. You need to copy down the whole thing. Then time by differentiate of this. So that's why my y equal to 2e to the power of 2x. I will write down, copy down the whole thing. Time by the derivative of this one is 2. Done. That's why I put the 2 in front. Hey, you are not familiarized with the formula. Are you plan to what?
Plan what?
You plan to what? For your SAT one?
Try my best.
Where got such thing as try your best, okay?